body attached to it?
Is the only thing you just said is the experience, right? The soul as an energy does not feel pain, does not feel hungry or thirsty or sleepy or tired, right? The soul cannot feel that. Are you with me? Yeah. So I just need you to say something, yes or no, okay? Because
yes.
Okay. So if the soul, this energy cannot feel anything, can we learn anything?
From the soul?
If, forget about soul, just energy, right? The energy does not feel pain or joy.
Or it can't learn anything. There's no responses to tell them good or bad.
Yes, exactly, right? It's no way. So let's say almost like you put a baby, right, in a beautiful, nice, transparent box. Not transparent maybe, right? Just a room, a nice room. And you provide everything, right? The baby has food, has water, has clothes, right? And the baby can grow. But one thing the baby cannot do is, because he's not interacting with anyone, so what he cannot do is he cannot experience.
Right.
So because of that, he would not be able to learn anything. He does not understand happiness, right? He does not understand what does it mean, peace or joy or sadness or loneliness, because there's nothing to compare, right? Am I right?
Yeah, you mean there's no experiences that the baby knows to compare to. That's what you mean.
Right. So there's nothing to learn from no experience, right?
Right.
It's the same, but it's not exactly the same because the baby has a body. But if we don't let the baby have experience, then it's the same result. This baby, right, become a 10-year-old or 20-year-old. This person will be okay, right, because he's alive, right? He has everything.
Right.
But he would not understand anything. Nothing, right? He cannot even talk. So we're just using this as an analogy. So the soul came to this planet, right? Because the body is temporary. The body is not forever, right? Because we die. And yes, some people think when we die, everything, right, will disappear. But I can tell you, or I'm sure you know this, right? If you are a spiritual person, we are infinite. The energy continues. Yeah.
Right.
So only the body, we leave the body.
Right.
We leave
transform into something else.
Right. So think about it. If this is right for us to learn something from this planet, if we don't die, what happens?
You come back somebody else until you learn your lesson.
No, I'm saying if we don't die, then what happens?
You stay on the earth.
Then forever and ever and ever?
Forever and ever, yeah.
Then you are in one classroom forever.
Oh, that's horrible.
Right? So we came up with this idea. We, right, the collective, we said, okay, we're going to create this planet, and for us to learn certain things from it, right? And then if this is let's say a classroom or a game, it's not real because we don't die. So it's not real. If it's not real, what do we call it? Like a game, right? So if the game does not end, that's not that good, right? So we must design death. Yeah? That makes sense?
So you're saying death is a part of the process to let you learn your lesson and come back until you get it right? Is that what you're saying?
So I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying the death must be part of the design.
Part of the experience.
Right. Because otherwise you learn one thing in one place forever. That's not that good. There are million planets in the universe. We're not the only one. Unfortunately, we're not the only one at all. There are many other planets. You can have a physical experience. So we're not going to just learn everything here, right? We learn sometimes here, or sometimes the soul never comes to Earth. Just we don't know, right? There are beings, I talk to them. They have never been here. Can be here as energy, but they never, right, have been human. But they visit.
There are some beings that have never been human?
Of course. Why Earth is so special? We're not special. It's not like, oh, this is the center of the universe. It's not. Actually, we are not even close to the center. In our universe, we're at the edge. Why? We'll talk another time about this. But why I know, I'm not saying this from my mind, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying this from all the sessions I did. I talk, right? I had the opportunity to talk to higher beings, and I ask those questions, right? Because I want to know everything.
Right.
I will never be able to know everything, but I want to know as much as I can, right? So some energies, they come here, I talk to them. Let's say your higher self, and not your higher self, your spirit guides. We all have spirit guides. They can be someone has never been in a human form. You know that, right? But they're.
No, I didn't know that. I thought the people who passed on before you pass on are your guides.
Of course, that can be one possibilities. Yeah, one of the possibilities. But it doesn't have to be that way at all. Your how to say, your one of your spirit guides can be Archangel Michael, and I'm not sure if he was ever as a human. I can ask him, right? Maybe not, right?
Oh wow, I don't think so. I don't think he was human.
But he can have a human life in the past.
Oh yeah.
Of course, almost everything you can think of, everything you cannot think of is possible. Yeah. So this is right. The session, right? This type of a hypnosis session is one purpose is to expand our consciousness. We suffer or we feel this, let's say, unhappiness. Most of the time, I have to say, it's because lack of understanding of the connection between us and the universe. Because we don't know, we never learned. We don't have a school, right? We did not go to school to learn anything like, close to this, right? We learned many other things, but we did not learn this part. But not many people are teaching. Not many people even know this.
What is this called? This type of learning? What is this called?
Spirituality. We don't have another word, right? It's knowing spirituality. This label is not important. What is it? Because we label everything. Because if we don't label, we don't know how to even comprehend. But in the universe, right, there are many beings. They don't have names because they don't need. I said, how you know each other, how you not know each other, how you communicate with each other. And they said, we just recognize that the other being's energy. The energy is like a fingerprint. Everyone is unique. See? You understand this, right?
Yeah, I really believe that because you can feel someone coming in a room. Absolutely. You can sit there.
Right. And I think you learn very fast. Right? It seems like everything I say, you get it. Right? So why we don't feel good, right? Let's say they have anxiety or trauma or depression or blockage. So what happened, right? What happened is, I don't know yet, but I can give the concept is certain energy got stuck inside of this physical body. So what happened, right? So why? It's like, why? What happened? I don't know what happened, but I know it's some sort of negative emotions or negative energy, right? Negative emotion is negative energy. So it's something this person is not happy about, or something the person see it, right? Let's say, I don't want to say you, right? I want to be in general. So let's say I feel stuck. Okay, so what can be, right, the cause, or what really happened to me is this energy got stuck inside of me because I did not let it go. I did not other people, right? I tell the energy to stay, but of course I'm doing this unconsciously. And so what happened is I feel, let's say, something happened to me, right? Or someone did something to me. That's what I believe. And so I feel I'm the victim, right? But when you are seeing, let's say, when I'm taking this matter, right, personally, and I feel someone's doing something to me, right? And then I feel I'm the victim, and then I don't, obviously, when you feel you're a victim, you're not gonna feel good, right? Nobody will feel joy when they are, right, seeing themselves as a victim. So then what happens? To just see yourself as a victim is not too bad. But it's really, how to say, basically, if I believe someone did something to me, then what will be my choices? Right? One, I can fight, right? I can fight, right? Number two, I can resist and just say no, like maybe burn the bridge, right? Something like that. Okay, the next option, the next thing I can do is to run away. Run away. I don't want to even deal with it.
Right, you can avoid it. You're not exploiting.
You're not facing it, right? The next thing, what else can we do? We can
ignore it. You can face it. You can actually try to find a solution also.
Yes, we can. But let's say another option, we can blame the other person, right? We can say it's your fault, it's not mine. I did not do anything wrong.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. Or you can find a solution, but this solution, it depends on, are you going to take this person to court, or are you going to talk to this person right, face to face, or are you going to, when you talk to the person, let's say face to face, you say you're wrong. I did not do anything, and you are doing this to me, right? So this will create more conflicts. So we're talking about the things that don't really solve anything. So the problem is still there. The problem is there. Okay, so then what can we do to really make this thing transform? What is that?
I think figure out where the problem began, then let it go. Or allow somebody else to do that, like let that go.
And yeah, very good. Let it go is really the right term. Sometimes we say forgive. Okay, right now I'm going to explain what really happened, right? Why something we think is bad or negative happened. You know what? Who created? Us. So this is either before you came to Earth, because we were in a energetic form, and you say, I'm going to be right on Earth to be this person, to be Naomi. Yeah? Why I want to experience the life as Naomi? Because I have certain lessons to learn, and one is how to let things go. And okay, I like that because I never learned that before, or I tried to learn in another life, I did not do well. So this time I need to do better. So I'm going to have certain things happen not to me. Something, right, before I come to Earth, I can see that, right, you see, this is very hard for us to visualize, but certain things will happen in that life as Naomi, and I feel, wow, this is perfect for me to learn, because if I'm a Michael, then I don't learn this part. Michael has a different lesson, but as Naomi, I can learn this lesson. So I want to be Naomi. So this is what really happened, because I take people to that moment, and they tell me this is what they see. Yeah. So either this event was created by us before we came to Earth, or there's another possibility. Do you know what that is?
I guess life, or I guess it's God, or this is our challenges. I don't know.
Okay, it's never, remember this, right? If we want to know more about who we are and why we're here, remember one thing, right? I tell myself all the time, nothing can ever happen to us. Everything, see, this is the soul planned to receive this challenge. So it's created in a way by you, because you chose it. You chose it. So either you chose it before you came to Earth, or in this lifetime, and you, let's say, right, you did not have this thing because you did not plan, but you feel, but this you is your soul. It's not this physical body, this person. Is your soul feels, I need to learn this. I'm not very good at this, and I right? I came here to learn many different lessons. So it's time for me to learn this one. So you can make contact, your soul, contact your higher self. Higher self is not the soul, but you, right? We don't know the connection. Basically, the higher self is not here. The higher self is in a higher dimension. So the higher self okay.
I hear what you're saying. You're saying that because of a lesson I need to learn in my last life, I agreed to accept this new life so that I can beat that and move on. For some reason, I'm having challenges of it because.
So let me just finish this part, right? Let me just finish it. So if I feel this is a lesson, that let's say to be, right, to have a certain thing happen to me, not to me, for me, I need to create that. Your higher self can create something. Just put that in front of you. And it seems like this person is just right, giving me hard time. But actually it's created by your higher self. It's never by other people. So spirituality is never about other people did something to me. It's always us. We want it. So we create it. We are so powerful. We can create anything. Anything. Car accident. We can put that right in front of us because we need to learn something from it. It sounds crazy. It does not make sense. But soul, your soul is fearless. The soul wants to learn every possible thing because there's no death. Nothing can hurt us. If you hurt your body, it's still temporary, right? Because you're not going to be in this body forever. So if you have blockage, right, that it can be not something from this life. The cause is because other lifetime you try to learn this lesson, but you did not learn it, or you did it the opposite. Because we are allowed to make mistakes. Because who is perfect, right? No one can be. If we're perfect, we don't have anything to learn. So, right? So we're supposed to, right, make a lot of mistakes. So because of that, that is the cause, right? You try to learn something, but you missed it. So you carry that lesson or that memory. Your soul says, oh, it's okay. I did not do well last time, but this time on earth, I'm gonna do better as this person. So I'm gonna create certain things, right? And see how I can handle it. See, this is the bigger picture. So why hypnosis? Hypnosis is such magical tool or magical gift. It's a gift that we, thank God, we came up with this way. And you know, see, this is something that the universe did not even expect. As a human, we can come up with this. We discovered a way to hypnotize. You see, hypnosis is not important. What is important is you change your brainwave, right? So let's say right now is where conscious is beta state. So beta state, our mind is very active, right? We judge, right? Make a decision based on how we, right, feel, how we look at it, right? But when you meditate, you quiet, you make the mind quiet. Why? Because then we can understand better. See, when the mind, because the mind is, unfortunately, I have to say, mind does not have wisdom. The mind can gather a lot of information from this world and to do what? To make you survive, to make you make you basically survive, to live without danger, right? So let's say you are hungry. When you're hungry, that is the mind is telling you. Yes, it's a sensation, but let's say when you feel some danger, then you stay away from that place. So this is the mind can tell us. Otherwise, right, we're gonna be dead very soon, very quickly. So the mind this is the mind's job to make sure we are safe physically, not mentally, but physically. However, because we don't know, this is the mind's function, mind's job, just to make us, right, be able to survive and to live safe physically. We go to the mind all the time because we somehow learn from the society that we need to think. Anything happens, we think. What happened? Why this happened? Why this person is doing this to me? And what will happen? The mind doesn't know, because that's not the mind's job. So the mind can only tell us using other people's beliefs and say, see, this person is a bad person. He must be a bad person because he shouldn't be treating me this way. So see, this is the mind is doing. And when we're doing that, we just talked about this earlier. So are we learning anything? No. So we are blaming that person, or we can fight. We can say, okay, this is not good. I'm going to, right, tell the person that he's wrong. So when we're taking any of those actions, we don't feel good. The thing, the problem, the issue is still there. So the lesson would now be learned. And then what happens? There's energy inside of you because you don't feel good about this matter. This energy will stay. So when people tell me they have blockage, it's not one thing usually. It's many different things. They did that way. They unconsciously hold back that negative emotions, because when you are not letting things go, the energy has no choice but to stay. And the energy doesn't want to stay, but we made them stay. We told the energy don't go, unconsciously. Does this make sense?
Yes, it does make sense. It makes a lot of sense.
See, so it's never because of other people, because we created those lessons. But then, including myself, right? I'm not saying this because I know how to do everything in the right way. No, of course not.
Is there not a fight between good and evil also involved in this thing, or is it just us as beings?
No, there's no such. That's a different talk, right? Because in our world, we believe, we have a million beliefs. If something we don't know, we better label it evil, monster, right? A devil, right? Negative energy. See, it's understandable that we want to point it, right? And say, see, you guys are doing this to us again, right? There's no, you know one thing about the universe, we are all one. Everything is part of us. Everything is another version of you. I'm another version of you, you're another version of me. Let's say we don't feel that way, but this is the case. And so the energy, the negative energy, is also because our collective, the collective consciousness, in a way, believe it or not, created, because we need that. We need that to learn something from it. That's a different talk, right? Because spirituality is vast. We don't even know, not even close to 1% when we're in the physical body, because we cannot comprehend. But we can kind of understand the concept. But why we're so low, right? In a low vibration, right? Because three-dimensional reality is a low vibrational place. So what happened? Why we came here? Because we decide to come here. We can be a much greater being in the universe. But why we came here? Let's say. Can you tell me?
Well, now see what you're saying we came here so we can learn our lesson and do better.
We came here in a way we can downgrade ourselves. Yeah? It's not you're growing, or you have to experience all the good things. No. If you never had, right, hardship, challenges, how can we grow? So this hardship, this dark, I don't want to say earth is dark, but right, compared with other dimensions, right? This lower vibrational reality is something we chose, and we are brave, we are courageous. We say, I'm going there, because there are certain things we only can learn here.
Right.
That's what happened, right? So it's not that we are less than other beings. No. Other beings might not even have the courage to come here. See? Right? So we have to really give ourselves a lot of credit. However, right, life on earth is not easy, right? But what it can how to say, transform the negative emotions to positive is when we not just know the truth. You can know the truth does not mean the next second you feel good. Right. Might feel much better. I hope so, right?
Right.
But people don't just change like that.
It may not be a good truth, you're saying.
Because the mind, when you're conscious, when people are conscious, the change, you can understand the concept, but the change will not occur because your mind is still very, very active. See? So the healing, the best healing is when we are in the deep conscious, we are with our deep consciousness. When you are with your subconscious, then the changes will occur, because when you are in that deep relaxation state, which is a hypnotic state, it's a theta state. So that state, you no longer use the mind to judge. You can see the truth, because I can take you to your other lifetime to see what happened there, and then to see the moment before you came to Earth, why you decide to be you, why you chose your parents to be your parents, why you chose that location to be born.
So that's what it is. You can show me why I made the choices I made.
So if you see the truth, is this something that really will make us change, right? Because when you understand, like, wow, I have relationship with this person because of this.
Right.
This person, like my cousin, I really did not like him. But if I'm going to a deep state, I can see I went to him before I came to Earth. I said, hey, can you do this with me in this life? And let's say he doesn't even have to come to Earth. He came to Earth because of me. That happens all the time.
So you're saying the people around you, not only you choose your life, people around you choose to come back and do it with you also.
We chose each other.
So I chose all the bad people in my life who hurt me too?
There's no bad people. They are playing the role you ask them to play for you to learn something from it. Yes, so I tell my clients, try not to use any negative words, right? Because when you use those words, you are sending that energy to the universe. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, so to be positive is because that is the truth. See? So if we say, oh, this bad person is doing this and that, so you know what will happen is the universe does not judge, right? When we are saying that, the universe will say, oh, you must enjoy, right, saying that. So let's give her more for her to feel that way, because the universe will support us unconditionally. I know it's a little bit tricky. So if we are always optimistic, let's say, right, positive, and the universe will say, oh, she must like that. We give her more for her to feel that way. That makes sense?
So you're saying when I say too much negative, basically you put negative out in the universe.
And the universe will give you more, because the universe does not judge you. Whatever the state of being we're in will have more of that. If someone supports you unconditionally, is that the case? Right?
If someone supports you unconditionally.
Let's say you have a friend who supports you unconditionally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now if you are complaining and the person, oh yeah, the person will support you, right? So you complain more and more, right?
Oh, okay, I get it. You're saying if you're feeding someone that energy, they're gonna take it, because that's energy that you're feeding them right now.
Right, because everything is up to us. It's up to us.
Right.
Right. So this is a very paradoxical, very against our normal way of thinking, right? But this is the case, right? This is the truth, because we don't see the truth. But why we don't see the truth is a part of the human life design. We must, be wiped, all those memories before we came to Earth. Of course, we remember, but we have to forget, because otherwise we cannot learn. That makes sense?
Yes, I get it.
Yeah, because if you remember everything, you go to a classroom, you know what you're gonna learn, then you're not gonna be excited, right? And you already know what the teacher is gonna be teaching, and then what's the learning, right? But this is not the same. I think you get it. If we don't remember anything, it's like a clean slate. Then we have to. We believe everything is real. So because of that, we learn the most. We learn what is pain, what is sadness, what is something that does not serve us, does not serve you, right? If you don't know, let's say you are into you have a relationship. This is your first romantic relationship, and of course you're very innocent, right? And you're trying to do everything that you can to love this person. But let's say this person is violent, is abusive, right? And after a while, maybe a couple years, you decide to leave, and you can say, oh, this is such a bad experience. But is that true? This person has taught you so much that what next time, right, is something that you don't want, right? So without this person, you wouldn't have that knowing, that, right, way to your discernment. You wouldn't have that discernment, right? Next time, if you see someone is abusive, you stay away, you leave right away. You don't waste another couple years. So see, we must learn, right? If we don't know who we, how to say this? If we don't do something that is right, does not serve us, we will never know what does. You cannot know who you are by not knowing who you are not. So that's,
I understand.
yeah.
So you don't bring the wrong energy into your life unnecessary. That's the whole reason for doing it. And then you can kind of control your life more because you understand who you are and all the players in your life.
Right. And the energy, right? So let's say the healing, right? What I want to achieve from the session is the healing. Is also I do something with that stuck energy inside of that person's body, because you can know everything, but does not mean the energy will just leave. Sometimes this energy has been there for a long time, right? Without us knowing it. So I can do something to let this person go to, let's say, a healing place, a healing center, a healing planet in the universe. And this can only be done when you're in the deep, right, hypnotic state, not when you're conscious. When you're conscious, I cannot move you, but I can transport you when you're in that state for the spiritual healers to
Naomi, I don't want to cut you off. My phone is going to die.
Oh, okay.
Can I call you back? Will I charge it?
Sure, no problem.
I'll call you back on this phone.